starting the stream up here. Does he take Ignite? Yeah, of course he does. That build. Takes Axiom Arcanist too. And Transcendence. Yeah, so he has no green runes. So you can definitely get poked out and blown up. But he does synergize really well with Sudden Impact too. And Electrocute is pretty easy to trigger also. It just looks like he just goes for... He gets Malignance. Looks like he has Proto Belt, then Malignance. Oh, this up here says he's 605 Mastered, but like on this thing it says he's 1000 Challenger. Maybe that's what I was looking at before. Oh, the last time he played Rakan was 13 days ago, though.
I just tank build against Echo. Why not?
Alright, I'll just play it. I'll play it straight here for this game. Uh-oh, it's Shaco.
Oh, we're against it?
We're against the Shaco, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, there's some Proto Belts to get picked. I mean, this guy was, yeah, Electrocute, Proto Belt, just all the bursts you can get. Rakan. And I guess if you have early dominant kill lane... Well, this Immortalized Legend Kaisa actually shimmers in the champ select. That's interesting. Or like the graphic actually moves. It's probably like a $50 skin, so I could see why, I guess. But yeah, I mean, you gotta be pretty damn confident. I mean, you're basically just a burst. Those items are expensive. I mean, you do some damage, but if anything ever touches you, you're getting blown up. Usually a lot of times, if you get a good engage on somebody, you're killing them with Rakan anyways. If there's people near you, you can't solo kill them, but...
Safe is for 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Shit.
Gonna be an easy fight.
Alright.
Shaco's 100%, probably like right here.
Yeah. Yeah, he loves doing, You could ward him. They aren't there. Blitz is not there. He was bottom, so.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna ward it at like 120.
Okay. Echo's coming to stop you. They may have warded it like near the entrance. All right, Amumu's starting blue, so he's probably not gonna get punked. Hopefully, I mean that dude. That one Shaco punked him. Punked the guy on the blue.
But it is less complicated.
I don't know. It seems risky. Obviously, pros aren't gonna run it that way, but if you can snowball with it, I don't know. Some matchup like a Draven or a Tristana or something. Maybe I could try it. Some kind of like hard kill lane. Yeah, it would be bad against Poke. Bad if you're already ahead. Kaiser's not getting played a ton in pro right now. I still think can be good. It just depends. There's so many ways to mess her up building items. I'm not even sure what you're supposed to build on her. Is it just the attack speed item plus like Ginsu's? Kind of missed when AP Kaisa was a thing. feel like I had to heal to get the Amumu out of there and eat the hook.
First blood.
It's unfortunate.
Life is way more fun when you give up the rules. I don't apologize for doing my thing. I only believe in myself. That's
Mike is gonna die.
I am bad because I'm free, and I am free because I'm bad. I love evil. Evil loves me.
An ally has been slain.
Darkness is the new hotness. Living the dream. The dream of darkness. Safety is boring, dude. Let's start a fight.
Guys are going down. This will be a party. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. You good? Just watching. I think they probably just on Dragon. Oh, bot lane back though. It does feel good just being able to buy boots straight up on an early back.
Brings out my bad side.
It's $500. Oh, it's $500 Kaisa skin. I thought only the Ari was that much. Yeah. No, it just means they have a lot of money, or they're just not good with money.
Dancing between the rules. Good is target. Self-control is restored.
With that build, you just don't have a lot of like you can't tank stuff for people. Like I tank that hook for the blitz. I don't know. Like obviously, just being able to kill people fast is good too. But
Most good guys are just kidding themselves.
shit, I should have come up there for that. I think they got it though. I think Shaco's on Dragon.
Perfection doesn't exist. I dance to the beat.
Wow, what the hell is he doing? Waiting in a bush down here to gank us or something? Just farming?
Safe is for nerds. I do danger.
What's missing?
Life sucks. But it is less complicated. Doing the right thing was boring. I'm way more fun now. Forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness. Prince Evil, the Emperor.
Damn it, my E.
It's all good.
My cloak is woven from the whispers of star fields, the secrets of the galaxies, the rancor of the seven. Ooh, swishes. Swish.
Yep.
An ally has been
Damn.
slain.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the Shin.
An ally has been
Oops.
slain.
We got all the flashes, but we're just disrespecting the Shin. I gave Riven some breathing room, I guess, but Shin got him, I think. Most of them, anyways.
This place will look different when we're in charge, Riku. More dark matter? As far as the eye can see.
Okay, so she got Electrocute, which is kind of interesting, I guess.
The universe is a mess.
An ally has been slain.
Woo! Being bad just feels so good. Exactly what I want. Star six.
Turret plating will soon fall.
I don't know if we can kill him or not.
This planet's going down. World's
Shaco
gonna
is.
burn. I look amazing by firelight.
not going? Thought Amumu was freaking going, man. Why would you just walk up and show? No, 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 no. Yeah, now it's going to be a massive ass counter gank. Is almost out of mana. Alright, nice. Then we made it through him. I think Shaco might show up. Man, that was nice. So I ate that blitz hook with my shielded E. $700. I'm really close to being able to complete this. Actually, this is huge. Like I have so much more tempo. Not these boots. Like I'm completing these items like 1 or 2 backs faster. I mean, 400 gold is a really big deal. New PC. Hey, what's up, man? Miss the Pandaria. Oof. I just don't know if I have time for an MMO. It could be fun, but I think it's a 3080. I usually get the 80 series because it's like, it's pretty good, but it's not like super expensive. Like the 90 always feels like it's a lot. I don't even know what they're on. Are they on the 5,000s now? Wonder if you have any trouble with students using ChatGPT. Probably more than I realize. I've had a couple that I've noticed for sure. I think I do a pretty good job of scaring them into not doing it, telling them I'll be able to notice it, that I'm an English teacher. They turn in lots of other writing assignments. And I let them choose their topics. So, you know, I just tell them, write about something you actually are interested in or that's going to be, you know, useful for you in the future or whatever. Because I try to think about, you know, why would people want to cheat? And a lot of times, I mean, there could just be, it's lazy, I don't like to write, that's it. I mean, that's probably the most popular one. And it's hard to fight that. But at least if people feel like it's interesting and they get to write about something fun, sports or video games or, you know, some scientific thing or some political thing they like to write about, I feel like they're more likely to want to do it, or at least to find it less aggravating. And I try to tell them that it's like, they're going to need to know how to do it professionally. I do that a lot in the semester, talk about how my stuff is actually relevant. Be like, all your employers are going to have ChatGPT too. Right? Like, they're going to have the internet. They're not going to hire you if all you can do is just press stuff in ChatGPT. You're going to have to do some level of critical thinking. So I try to do a combination of make it interesting and make it relevant. Scare them into thinking I'm going to catch them. And scare them into thinking it's going to be tough to get a job if they don't learn how to communicate well, which is probably true. At least, like, higher level stuff. If they want to go into management or get some of the more coveted, challenging jobs. But I did have one guy, I think I had two. I was pretty sure of last semester. I sent one of them a thing and was like, hey, rewrite it. And I'll give you credit for it. There's like a whole process. I'm not allowed to actually fail them. If I think it's ChatGPT, I have to submit it to a special office. And then they have to go through a long process of trying to do it. So you're pretty encouraged to try to get them to rewrite it or to be very sure when you submit a complaint about it. I mean, they're all coming. We can't get there fast enough, I don't think. We should have just pushed, I think. Hopefully they don't do this. Look like they're doing it immediately. Shit. If I had that potion ticking the whole time, maybe I live. Damn it. I thought I could maybe get her under tower, but she got it on the very last auto when I pulled her up. Yeah. I mean, I tell them that it's like a very competitive market, and people are like, you need to understand critical thinking because that's the only thing that's really going to separate you from the machines that the employers want. Like, because I said ChatGPT, I always tell them, like, it's good at sort of at synthesizing data, but it really doesn't understand. Shit. It's good at, like, summarizing data and telling you, it's, like, good at being, you know, potentially a better Google, but it can be wrong about stuff, too. And, yeah, you're not going to notice when it's wrong. Other very casual people are not going to notice when it's wrong, probably, but other professionals are going to notice when it's wrong. So that's a huge theme that I do in my class, too, is being able to understand that stuff that works for casuals is not going to work for professionals most of the time. So like ChatGPT or other kind of really low-level, obvious argumentation is not going to be good in a lot of professional environments. So I tell them it's almost just as bad to be boring as it is, or just to be like basic as it is to be wrong about something at a higher level. Because why are they hiring you, you know, to join their ad team if all you can do is just talk about general ad principles? If you can't come up with the next multi-billion-dollar campaign, like, you have to be kind of creative in most of these white-collar jobs. Again, especially if you want the highly competitive jobs. Like, and you just can't do that without practicing it. Like, you just got to learn to be creative. And unfortunately, or to be innovative might be a better word. People think creative, they think it's like poetry or something. It's like, not necessarily. just coming up with solutions to upcoming problems. Being able to figure shit out. Because stuff's always going to go wrong. There's always better ways you can do things. There's always new products. Whatever. Shit. Damn, I can't believe that Shaco got out. Can we turn it? Please, Riven, do anything? No.
Enemy double kill.
It's just fucking going wild here. It does get more advanced, but I mean, I think ultimately AI will do good things, but I still think the principle is always going to be you have to figure out how to add value to the AI, or you're just not going to have a job. Because why is someone going to pay you to do something they can just click, you know, ChatGPT and have it do? So you got to find some way to add value. And I think it's still not amazing at being, again, like speculative. Seeing into the future, predicting things. Or really even understanding what it's saying, you know, on like an innovative level. Yeah, it's gonna get better. But no Baron. We get Baron? We got mid pressure.
I do what I want. No
Should have tempo and mid pressure. Oh, get it! Okay, now let's get it. I can heal. Okay, well that was good. Okay, nice. Now eventually you may not have to have a job or whatever. Learns from their own source a million times. Yeah. I think it'll do its best work in the sciences. Like helping people discover new ideas for drugs or new ideas for cures for things, and then scientists have to actually go through and prove it and do all this. But like, you know, just coming up with just testing shit out, especially seeing stuff that other people may not have seen, like different interactions, different possibilities. So I think for generating ideas and things like that, it could be pretty good. Possibly for like creative stuff, movies and things like that. Again, just helping people kind of generate ideas maybe. But I still think that even using it too much for generative stuff is just going to stop our own ability to think generatively. But I think that it can get outside the box and think in ways that people don't usually do. Fuck. I just wasn't even focused. I didn't even know we were getting into a huge fight there. Nah, I think it's going to be difficult to do that. Like, to do actual physical stuff. I think people have been... Because that's what everyone thought it was going to do. Oh, it's going to replace bricklayers and shit like that. But it's actually really hard for it to interact in the physical world. I think the stuff that's most likely to get replaced is white-collar, repetitive, relatively uncreative things. Paralegals, accountants to some extent, like basic bookkeeping type of stuff. computer stuff, actually, you know what AI is really good at understanding? AI. And other computer stuff. Coding. Writing repetitive code. Still gets away. They're probably all coming. Dude, there's no fucking way this clown gets away. Right. Okay, good. Oh my god, the auto block. That's crazy, it blocks soldiers too. Oh, rewording sign. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it can summarize stuff. But then it's like what it thinks are important, though. Right? So again, like on a cursory level, just for kind of getting the gist of what was going on and sort of staying up to date. But, you know, if you're really trying to go deep and come up with new stuff, innovate, it might miss stuff that could potentially be important. I mean, maybe that's not as big of a thing in science papers as it is, like, in English, but sometimes, like, you know, the smallest details can be the most interesting things. Yeah, I mean, it's good at giving you, like, very, again, like, surface-level stuff. What would a casual get out of this? Whatever it is. That's true, yeah, you're asking it to do something all the time, so if you don't ask it the right question or ask it to do the right thing. So yeah, I mean, it's good, and especially for culling large amounts of data like that. I think that's where it's good. If you just don't have time to read every single, you know, scientific paper that's coming out in your field, if there's 500 papers in a year, you know, having a summary of it is definitely better than nothing. Ribbon is so worthless, it's crazy.
The Jinx splashed my ult too.
Okay. So yeah, I think managing large amounts of data, it's good. Again, like on basic level. Which frees up your time to do more advanced things, potentially. So I think it definitely does have its uses. It's just when it's replacing all the critical thinking and you're not adding anything to it. That's a big problem. How the fuck does she live? Oh, the Shin. Yeah, it makes up stuff. So again, like for casuals, it may not matter that a couple of the details are messed up. Although it could be big details. But they're not going to notice it, at least. So that's going to hurt you because you're going to believe things that may not be true. But also it's going to hurt you in a professional sense because other people are going to notice that. Other high-end professionals are going to notice that. Even if like your buddy doesn't notice it or you don't notice it. Or some entry-level person doesn't notice it. Like a high-level person's going to notice it. I've heard about teachers doing ChatGPT to like do their lesson plans and shit, and students have like figured it out and called them out on it. Which is like, really? Exactly, yeah. I mean, it matters. Yeah, misinformation matters. There's a lot of misinformation out there, whether it's ChatGPT or not. Right? It's a bunch of casuals. And the problem is a lot of these people, some of them aren't necessarily trying to sell things, but some of them are trying to sell specific diets and things like that. Eventually have a subsidized world where only the top people will have jobs. Yeah, but then they'll just own all the other people. Right? It'll basically just be some form of enslavement. But I do think, I mean, that's going to be a major problem in our lifetime, is like, how do we keep people employed, right, when AI is replacing a lot of stuff? I mean, I think there's going to be a lot more sort of, I think you're kind of seeing that now with more of the blue collar and trade stuff, people just getting paid more and more, and, you know, those people have jobs. It's the white collar people a lot of times that are having problems finding jobs, I think. I think if you're, I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining things, but I feel like if you're a plumber or something, you're never going to have a hard time getting a job. Versus if you're an English major or grad student, you might have a hard time. Actually, coding is a big thing that's really unemployed right now, because I think that there's a lot of AI and other automated things that are taken away from coding. So the whole just like learn to code or whatever meme that people would say is not great advice. Let me see. I saw an article about this. I'm not sure. Yeah. Highest unemployment majors. If you guys can guess and figure it out. What would, I mean, you probably just saw it on stream, but there might be a delay. Actually, you hearing me that, or you guys hearing that's also going to be a delay. Just think in your mind what that's going to be. Oh yeah, gender studies, of course. Yeah, anthropology, people could guess that probably. But physics, number 2. Computer engineering, number 3. Commercial art and graphic design, you could probably see that coming. Fine arts, okay. Sociology, okay. Computer science. So a lot of it is, you know, a lot of these STEM fields, computer engineering, physics, computer science, you know, they're still having a hard time. And you would think those would be some of the most practical things. Chemistry is actually on there too. If I was paying a little bit better attention to that mid-fight, I maybe could have turned that around if I used my redemption and locket and just targeted better. It's just people were everywhere. It was like 3 different fights coming in at once. I just walked over there, and someone's like running away at 10% HP. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And just try to jump in there. We maybe still would have lost it anyways, but I was kind of monologuing about something and didn't even see that happening. So yeah, this says, and again, who knows exactly, Federal Reserve Bank of New York from 2023. Okay, so anthro, physics, computer science, art, fine arts, sociology, computer science, chemistry, information systems and management, that's more tech stuff, public policy and law. Now, law is an advanced degree. So I don't think you can do technically law undergrad, but I have heard that it is kind of hard to find a job sometimes as a lawyer, depending on what you do. And, you know, if you're just doing pro bono, or not pro bono, but like public defender shit, yeah, you can find a job. But more coveted stuff, financial law and things like that is probably a little bit harder. But yeah. So some of it's the really poor jobs. I mean, anthropology, everybody knows. English is not on there. It's got fine arts. English is not in the top 10. Oh, here's the opposite. Lowest unemployment rates. So the most employed. Do I want to try... More Rakans are doing this deep ward thing. I'm gonna try it. I'll see how it feels. You do get more time on your wards, but really, like, yes, you should be going back and, you know, replacing your wards every so often. Well, that's true. Mitch is right. Like, you're not going to get a job unless you have an advanced degree, and a lot of people with those degrees aren't going to go for advanced degrees. That is fair. Nutrition sciences. Hey, there you go. John, I think that's what you're in, right? Dietitian? Nutrition science leads to that. Construction services, animal and plant sciences, civil engineering, special ed, agriculture, early childhood ed. Yeah, because you just can't get teachers for anything. You don't pay them shit. So yeah, there's lots of space for teachers. Aerospace engineering, nursing, and earth sciences.
Riku, how can you be tired?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Surprise dietitian isn't on there since every YouTube thinks they are one. Well, I think it's not saying a job, it's saying a degree. I'm assuming nutritionist is probably the most popular stepping stone to get to dietitian. Yeah, those are the most employed people according to that study. So yeah, it's a little surprising. So the previous people were the least employed. The physics, chemistry, and like 3 or 4 different coding tech things. And then the most employed
Minions has spawned.
are things like teachers, just hands-on stuff, right? Like construction management, plants and agriculture stuff, almost like blue-collar, white-collar jobs, blue-collar degree type jobs.
Darkness is the new hotness.
A lot of those jobs, I didn't look at them, but probably are relatively underpaid and really high demand, and obviously just not a lot of people go into it. That's part of it too. It's like every kid, you know, probably a bunch of kids are thinking they want to go into, you know, some kind of coding thing. So they think it's just going to be 6 figures, easy money. I'll tell you, engineering, a lot of people try to go engineering, some of my students, and I don't know what the attrition rate is, but it is very high. Most of those kids, it's got to be 50%. Don't make it past freshman year, and they switch majors. That shit's hard. But that is where, that's probably the most money, or some of the most money, just with an undergrad degree. The coding stuff might be similar, but it's much easier. So there's probably many more people that would do it. God.
Boring, Riku.
Okay, barely got in the 50. I mean, I just tell my students most of the time, look, the best degree is the one that you'll actually get. Most of the time. Like, just do something for a lot of kids. Do something that you enjoy doing. And you'll probably make the best grades in those classes. And a lot of jobs, a lot of office jobs just want you to have a degree. So a lot of jobs in general, they're like, you got a degree? Okay. Unless it's very specialized, I'll be engineer, stuff like that. If it's just, you know, sales or a lot of jobs, they just want you to have a degree.
I only believe in myself. And Saya.
And honestly, it would probably look a lot better if you have an English degree with an A versus a business degree with a C. If it's just basic sales.
Perfection doesn't exist. Except for my hair.
Such a pain. Getting spanked too hard. Another Amumu.
Life is way more fun.
Amumu's okay, I guess. It's just like he can kind of get bullied. He gets behind early. Nice. All right. Wow. Pwned. So I always just you know, I've shared that story probably a million times on the channel, but that one student that I had one time who came in when I was an arts and science advisor, and you know, he'd gotten like a C, maybe even it was a D in one of these science classes, like chemistry, biology, all this stuff. It was looking grim. And he was just signing up for the next sequence of these, you know, chemistry classes that were even harder. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, my dad says I have to be a doctor.
Evil
We just both kind of looked at each other for a couple of seconds. Like, we both know this is not going to happen. But if that's what you got to do, you know, we'll sign off on it. And I signed it. But I was like, his dad's really hurting his kid by forcing him to do that instead of, you know, something else that he might actually enjoy. Because he's almost certainly was going to fail out. Or at least be on academic probation. It's like, it was not going to look good unless he had some miraculous turnaround. It's just like, not everybody, most people, in fact, are not going to be doctors or lawyers or whatever, and that's fine. We don't need 300 million doctors and lawyers. But, I mean, I get it from a parent's perspective. Like, you're paying all this money for your kid to go to college. Like, you want them to, like, get a good ROI. People love applying that term. Return on investment. But sometimes you just can't force a square in a round hole, you know? I didn't mean to take that, but... Okay. And we just back off that. Are they gonna try to get it? No, surely not. Alright, just run. Just let it reset. Well, I guess they're gonna try it. Wow, she's fucking back? Are you shitting me? Damn. I mean, it's fine. I don't know. People just think if you're not making six figures, that your life's just horrible. It's like, it's not. I mean, well, my situation's a bit different. A bit. It's like, I really enjoy what I'm doing, and I don't make any money. But, you know, my wife makes good money. But, I mean, a lot of people, you can do that. Like, you can... you know, marry money. Or just live a frugal lifestyle. Oh shit, I definitely fucked that up. Okay, nice. I mean, I guess I at least hit the support. I really messed up my click there. Oh my god, if that popped up at an important moment, I'd be so pissed. Auto HER thing. You're not getting into med school. It is difficult. I have a friend that did it. I mean, he may or may not have had some connections. I'm not sure how much that helped, but I think he had a good GPA and did well in his classes, but he had a low MCAT score. Now, I don't know. Maybe he's being modest, but he said it was really low and he thought he wasn't going to get in. But he had done like this Doctors Without Borders thing in Brazil. And his dad was a doctor and knew a bunch of doctors around town. And he applied to a couple of different state schools as sort of his main places. And he thought he wasn't going to get in. I think he got waitlisted one place, and then he ended up getting in at the last minute. And now he's an eye surgeon, so he pulled it off. He's very hardworking. And he's a very smart guy, but yeah, it's just like that industry is just crazy. There's so many like super smart people in it. Oh, she went the wrong way. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, I thought in so you just got to be real, man. I thought I wanted to do something in science or math when I was when I was in school. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be. I think I wanted to be a psychiatrist at some point, which has to go through med school. And then I took physiology in high school, and I was like, nope. You're not getting out of that without flash. And you know, I got an A in physiology, but I was like, I just hate the memorization of this. The same thing with math. Like, I thought I was good at math, but I never really understood it on like a fundamental level. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just like solving a puzzle. Like, I know I'm supposed to do this integral, but I don't know why it works that way, or like what that even means. I could see it on a graph, but I just like didn't really like understand it. And it caught up with me. I was kind of like faking my way. I mean, I was doing the work, but I felt like intellectually I was kind of faking it. I wasn't cheating, I just didn't get it. I was just good at solving the puzzle for a while, until there was like Calculus 2, you had to know like 50 different formulas and write out like, you know, 2 or 3 page proofs for these problems. And I was like, and I would keep getting stuff switched up. I'd be like, oh, is that switched to a negative sign or a positive sign? Or is that cosine or secant? Or like, what is that? Oh shit, I meant to shield first. Man, I'm fucking up my buttons. I got 1 kill there. Oh my god, and he's back. I meant to shield and then W. Yeah, exactly. It's just, for me, I just don't think math is explained. It's not just explained in a way that I like. And I think most people like it. It just feels very abstract and just kind of made up. But, like, if I knew a little bit more about the cultural history and why these mathematicians invented these things to solve specific problems that previous math couldn't solve, like if they taught it more like a humanities type class. Oh, they developed this law in response to these things. How many did we get? Just 1? Alright. Yeah, if they explain that, oh, Galileo invented this kind of math because at the time they were trying to do this culturally, or this was a big problem in the scientific community that couldn't be solved, so he invented this way of doing this. Like, if I knew more about that, then I think I could, like, get it more. I think a big problem is they just try to push through so much so fast, they just don't have time for the stories and stuff behind it. And I've just questioned some of it. I was like, is this straight line always perpendicular, this and this? I was like, is there even a straight line in reality? I was like, I feel like there's not such a thing as a straight line. I feel like everything's going to be curved at least a little bit. So it just seemed like too precise for all the context that there could be out in the world. And it turns out at higher level math, a lot of it is, and does get challenged. So a lot of the stuff that you learn early on, from what I understand, I've talked to people who were math majors, and from what I understand, some of that is challenged at some point, like non-Euclidean geometry and things like that. Now, I don't understand a lot of that, but it's just like, I don't know. It's like they're giving you the simple, easy answer to start with, and then you don't really learn what's really going on until much later. Sexuality is a straight line. It does exist. Well, it feels like we're just getting worked, but it's not that bad. There's been a couple of bad plays. I got Dragon play was kind of bad. But Warwick's balling. So, I still like Matt. You know, I actually went back and watched a, Okay, actually Aurora's here. I don't know. That could be bad. I'll just push mid.
Alright.
Make her come back up there, and then maybe you can TP.
World's gonna burn.
Hopefully they kill everybody top.
Has been slain.
You just push, get tower.
Ally has been slain.
Okay, she's coming back up.
Double kill.
Okay, if you step back, you can probably TP behind him. She's coming up there now.
Alright. I'm coming.
Okay. Shit.
They just missed it everything.
That's alright, you got it.
Slayer.
Okay. Nice.
I'm way more fun now.
Sweet.
We're gonna go stare in the mirror. It's daily affirmation time, Rakan.
Your team
And you didn't even
has
really
destroyed
miss that
a
much. Probably. Amumu might be able to catch that. Okay, yeah, we got it.
The universe tends towards chaos.
Probably going
I'm
top
just
kills.
helping it along.
Warwick.
Yeah.
Sometimes we agents of darkness need a break.
No, she's coming down here.
page.
Can I get out? Ugh. No.
Your team has
Well, she got a kill and you got a tower. There's people moving on this flank here. They might come that way for you. I'm not sure. Probably Aurora, maybe one other person. Oh, she's... Never mind. They're just camping, waiting on Jin.
an ally has been slain.
GG, I died. For the second time.
Kill evil, but you can't wear it like a sweet.
We're pretty far ahead, but... That play was mean, so I want to give up. We have no wards, no engage. All we've got is fucking Amumu, Azir, Warwick, Rakan.
I have to give that. I'm super low.
Yeah.
I embrace the darkness.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Oh, whoa, I don't know about that.
Ally has been slain.
Oh my god. Just blew him up instantly. Why he went into that?
Killing spree.
I dance to the beat. The beat called darkness. If you forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness, Prince of Evil, the Emperor of Hotness. Self-control is for stars.
It's like we saw them move up. Like I pinged that you were there. I guess I should have typed. They're in our around our blue to the gym because we did see it on a ward. We walked in there. Take an ignite. No, it heal got buffed a while back,
Life sucks,
and
but it is less complicated.
I think barrier was buffed a ton too. And it's kind of basically it's the meta. Pretty much every support just about is going to take heal, or a lot of them do, because the ADC started taking barrier all the time. See, before you'd take ignite because the ADC would take heal because all the other summoners sucked. But now it's like barrier's probably the best one, and then heal is a little bit better than ignite in a lot of situations. They did recently buff ignite later on in the game, so it can be better for solo laners, but
Ooh, darkness is the new.
do any damage to this motherfucker? Like, what?
Oh. Oh my god. Well.
What the fuck is Jhin doing? Why did he fight? Is he inting? I don't understand why he's flashing forward.
Enemy double kill.
Like, they're all full health. Like, there's nobody he was gonna fourth shot.
Safety is boring. Let's start a
That's
fight.
rough. I mean, they're kind of low, but just can't get any vision of it.
That just feels so good.
Your turret has been
Stare in the
destroyed.
mirror. It's daily affirmation time.
Now, I just don't understand. I get it, Jin's like not as good against tanks, but like, the Volibear's not even tank. It's literally Cosmic Drive, Navori Flicker Blade.
Stars are just sad, lonely light bulbs floating in space.
And it was 3v1 on him, and we just didn't do any damage to him. I don't know, like, that's kind of whatever if he ults out and we don't kill him, but like, I was more upset with the flash. Like, he just flashed forward for basically no reason.
I only believe in myself.
You can try to make plays around this Warwick, I guess. Jason's doing alright. Sort of.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Inflation doesn't exist, except for my hair. Ooh,
Oh my god, they're all coming. No, dude. What? Alright, well, you're getting the tier 2 at least.
Sometimes we agents of darkness.
Ish. Damage on it. They're gonna rotate down there, and then they're gonna try to get Dragon. You have to leave. I think you got time to just back normally.
Yeah.
I have not been impressed with the Moo-Moos in these 2 games.
Life is way more fun.
God, they give it tier 2. He just like goes in at the worst times. It's like the exact opposite of what Jen was talking about. It's like, no, we have too much engage. Can we bait this guy? Maybe. Ugh.
Living the dream. The dream of darkness.
I have no ult.
How long? Yeah, pretty long.
Pretty long.
If we can just stall. You push that? Or. No, don't fight.
I love evil. Evil loves me.
No, fuck it, stall means don't go in. Not, hey, let me go in. Literally don't have ults. Damn, I knew she was around that flank too. I should have put a better
Enemy
ward in.
double kill. Aced.
The Moon just like wastes his flash going in and out. We've got our ults. The Moo should know his own ult. I told him his ult timer. It's like, we don't have them. Don't go. Look at the green dots.
Your turret has been destroyed.
You aren't a champion without your ult. You're barely a champion with your ult. I don't know. I mean, maybe we're just supposed to give it and then try to run him down after. Or trade Baron for it or something.
Safe is for nerds. I do danger.
Jin maybe could have ulted and just try to buy some time and just buy 10 seconds. Just shooting at him. He's not going to do anything with it in a fight.
Doing the right thing was boring. I'm way more fun now.
They're probably just going to come up mid, I would think. I mean, I don't know where else they're going to go. Try to kill a Moo. He's just like, yeah, I can totally farm. And they've got Baron. And they're definitely going to go through our jungle.
Towards chaos. I'm just helping it along.
Man, he's got jungle diffed like mega hard. It sucks because this Tryndamere is just like not a champion, but what? God. Damn. That was unfortunate. It's the Ionian boots, man. I don't know. It's the curse of the Ionian boots. I don't even think I died that much. Look and see. It's just the Amumu just got out jungled. We did make some mistakes and got caught bottom. I messed up a couple of team fights. It's fucking Jin, dude. He's like 15 or something. He's trying to friend me, probably just to talk more shit.
8,000 damage.
8,000 damage. You suck, support! How'd you only let me do 8,000 damage? Oh, man. But anyways, alright, well, I gotta get up and take the kids in the morning, unfortunately. But hopefully get it back tomorrow if you're on.
Sounds good, man.
Alright, man. Have a good one.
You too. Later.
Okay, and that's got to be it for me. Thank y'all for coming out. It's great to see you, John, Mitch, Visigoth, everybody else, Butter. Fun conversations. Yeah, good to see you. And good conversations, even though I got clapped in both of those games. It was still fun always talking about AI or social media and how it's ruining everything, or, you know, just whatever we're all talking about. What's up, B-Rad? Thanks, man. Hope your games are going well, too. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow. If anyone wants to come out and check it out, probably around, you know, usually between 11:30, 12 o'clock. We'll play 2 or 3 games, depending on when we get started. And other than that, have a great evening. We'll see everybody next time.